GomBurZa refers to three Filipino Catholic priests, Mariano Gómez, José Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, who were executed by garrote on February 17, 1872, by Spanish colonial authorities in the Philippines. Their deaths are considered one of the key events that eventually led to the Philippine Revolution and the rise of Filipino nationalism. Background: the execution of GomBurZa was connected to the Cavite Mutiny of 1872, a short-lived uprising of Filipino workers at the Cavite Naval Yard. The mutiny itself was relatively minor, but Spanish colonial authorities used it as an excuse to crack down on perceived dissent. They implicated the three priests in the conspiracy, despite a lack of solid evidence. The colonial government feared their influence, as they were advocates for the rights of Filipino priests. At that time, the Catholic Church in the Philippines was largely controlled by Spanish friars, and Filipino priests like Gómez, Burgos, and Zamora were advocating for reforms, particularly the secularization of parishes, which meant giving control of local parishes to native Filipino clergy instead of Spanish friars. Their activism made them targets of the Spanish authorities, who accused them of inciting rebellion. The Cavite Mutiny of 1872. The mutiny began on January 20, 1872, when Filipino workers at the Cavite arsenal revolted, reportedly over unfair labor practices and the imposition of personal taxes. The Spanish government quickly suppressed the mutiny, but it used the event to arrest, try, and convict GomBurZa and others on charges of treason and sedition. Execution and impact. On February 17, 1872, Gómez, Burgos, and Zamora were executed in Bagumbayan, now Luneta Park, in Manila. Their execution sparked outrage among Filipinos, especially the educated class, and inspired future leaders of the Philippine independence movement, including José Rizal. In fact, Rizal dedicated his novel El Filibusterismo to the memory of GomBurZa, recognizing them as martyrs in the fight against Spanish oppression. Legacy. The unjust execution of GomBurZa became a symbol of the broader struggle for equality, justice, and eventual independence from Spanish rule. Their martyrdom is considered one of the key moments that fueled the nationalist sentiment leading to the Philippine Revolution of 1896. Today, GomBurZa is honored in Philippine history as martyrs who fought not only for the rights of the Filipino clergy, but also for the dignity and freedom of the Filipino people.